after his heart.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the After His Heart podcast. We're glad that you're back. And if you have other friends, grab them, let them sit down. We're going to talk about something very random today. But before that, my name is Diana.
My name is Irene.
And my name is Paula.
Yeah. How have you guys been? What have you guys been up to? What have you guys been up to?
A lot of
Good.
good stuff, pursuing Christ,
Yeah.
running this race,
Period.
hard as it might be,
Yes.
falling down and getting back up,
Mhm.
loving my mom and dad. What did you think? What did you expect?
Okay. So today we're going to talk about our lessons, the lessons we've learned in our 20s or learned in our 20s, whichever way you want to look at it. But there are some lessons that were learned
Yeah.
Guys.
and are still being learned for someone and other people in the country. Yeah.
In the country.
So, how were you? Like,
What?
how
The ghetto.
how were
Were.
how is
Or
How
I'm
is,
glad
how
I'm out
were,
of that
how
dark age.
Excuse me.
dark age
Yeah, the dark age.
that bad?
Mm-hmm.
I was
Okay,
gonna
It
be
was the
petty.
ghetto.
okay. Please elaborate.
Guys, see how I'm dressed like a responsible citizen,
Hmm.
eh? Because I've come to give you wisdom, things not to do in your 20s. Do you want me to start?
You go. You seem very ready.
I have a story.
Chica.
First of all, like all of you, started work, very, 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 very early on in life.
Early old in life.
Early on.
Early on.
Yes. And so when at a particular point, I had like an amount of money. And then I asked a friend, because he would always be talking about, doing this, doing that, putting money here, putting money there. And I unfortunately blindly,
Invested in Bitcoin.
no.
Yeah.
I got money, told him, okay, so you help me buy this, buy that. I know that it will be generating money. So because I overly trusted in this friend of mine, because they were actually, I think, good, or they were, a hustler. That's not a good thing, actually. He did not give accountability for some time, bought half the things that he should have, and then did not tell me that he used the other money to buy something else. And so the money just somehow went like that.
How much are we
So, my friend, that time it was a lot. To me, because I earned it
Yeah.
through sweat, pain, and
And
tears.
Correct.
Some blood? No blood? Okay.
No blood. Anyway, so I think for me, one of the biggest lessons that I learned or have learned is to do not be out there dishing out money because friends are in like the investment field, or they are in this field and they are able to make your money multiply, or when you haven't made enough research for yourself. Yeah, that was bad. Like I feel like at one point I'd look at him and be like, you're a Christian, Posy. Anyway,
Sad.
yeah, it's very, very unfortunate. So you guys in your 20s, especially now, almost everyone in their 20s, we're all working. When you get the money, I think for me, what I would say is let it accumulate and make as much, what is it called? Much research into different areas that you should put your money, make it grow, join investment clubs that are registered and are legit, instead of a one person that you think you know. Because, bro,
Yeah.
we will show you what's
Ghetto.
up. It's
Ghetto.
ghetto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone told me that your 20s are supposed to be your selfish years. I know selfish is not a godly concept, but what do you guys think about that?
What do you mean by selfish? Like self-invest, self.
I'm guessing that's what
Girl.
that's what they meant, I guess.
I think there's definitely an aspect of like investing yourself. I wouldn't call it selfish because it's what we are all here to do. Like you can't give from a place that you don't have. So if you're ever going to impact, you have to read, you have to grow in knowledge, you have to. So it's like your years of invest in yourself, invest in learning, and accumulate as much as you can
Yeah.
to sort of set the foundation for the next stage. I don't think that's selfish.
Okay, so that's how they said. They said be selfish, be a little selfish in your 20s. Be a little selfish. So for you hearing that,
Like
what do you
self-love,
think?
maybe. I don't think they mean it in a maybe they do. I don't
Is there
Yeah.
anything to be a self-love? I don't get it. But yeah.
like I'm
I'd
thinking
say
that's
invest in
what they
yourself.
would
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
Invest in
The
yourself.
wording is one that failed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selfish is a big
Give
one.
us one lesson that you've learned, Ola.
Me. That I'm learning because I'm still in my 20s, please and
Period.
thanks.
Like how
So
you
is-
tied with Gen Z.
So his desire.
Okay.
Going.
To strike the balance between hyper independence and dependence.
Very good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that I've been on the extreme of either one. I started from a very dependent, like, listen, I would hardly accomplish a task without asking for help. Like, do you get like very dependent on people, even with heart issues,
Yeah.
just very dependent. To now, I swung on the extreme of my friend. I could be dying
Mm.
and nobody will know. You know,
Yeah.
so I've one of the lessons I've learned in the duration of my 20s so far is to strike the balance between hyper independence and being dependent. Like it's okay to ask for help when you need it. It's also okay to to walk your own journey of life and allow God to like lead you alone without like voices of other people and
Yeah.
all of that. So
Mm.
yeah, the
Yeah.
balance. I'm still learning it. I don't think I have found like a sweet spot yet.
Mm.
I still go on extremes.
Yeah.
How do you guys handle things not going your way? I'm sure the things that didn't go at all may not be going your way. Imagine a 20-year-old who's fresh into campus. How would you advise them? How would they handle things not going their way?
Mm. Have something? No, I go. Okay. The sun will rise without you, and it will set without you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important to like just the realization that I'm not here for myself. There's a bigger purpose. There must be something big, guys. There really is a bigger purpose for you being on earth. So if things are not going your way, maybe because they're not supposed to go your way. I love the book that we read a very long time ago. It's called Out of Control and Loving It by Lisa Bevere. Just gives you the impression that you're not in control of your life. And that's a
Yeah.
good thing. Like it's not a bad thing that you're not in control, but who are you giving that control? Now that's where God comes in, please, very much. So things are not going your way. Have you prayed about it? Have you asked God what the way is supposed to be and all of that? Or have you exposed your selfishness? Because that comes from a very selfish place of me, I want, me, I want. Okay, so it's about you. Okay.
Hmm. No, I think sometimes it may not be because I want things to go my way, but the Bible says that man makes plans, as do all of us. Do you know? So you make plans and really expect the best and hope for the best. But when that doesn't go your way, even when you think that, or you know, it might have aligned with maybe God's word or the passion is placed in your heart, but somehow things don't work out.
Yeah.
You know? I think for me, okay, similar to yours, it would be it is what it is.
Mhm.
It has failed, it has not worked.
That's fine.
You either leave it or come back again after some time, re-strategize and move on. Yeah, it doesn't. I think many times in our 20s, we think maybe the earlier 20s, we think the world is going to end if something does not happen.
The way
If
you
this
want
one
it.
says something about you, you're like, what? How could they? You think they're the only person in the world that mattered to you. They don't. Do you like our world is so small at that point? It easily crashes when things go wrong. But then as you grow or experience life more, you get to learn that like you said, life is bigger, it's broader than
just you.
what you think, than the few friends you had from like campus, and like there's work out there. The world is waiting, you know,
Yeah.
and that is in a good way.
Yeah.
For you to like do different things, explore, live, all that.
I
Yeah.
actually wanted to say, if it's for disappointment, I would like to say Katani Kabutandi.
Please, yes.
It's like for real, because in this life
Yeah.
you'll be disappointed so many times. So
Yeah.
many times.
Yeah.
Diana, what's a lesson you've learned?
A lesson I've learned, and Bambi, it might just be my own lesson that might not be a lesson for everyone, but the pursuit of perfection is a fool's errand.
Mm.
It's not possible. There's no success in it.
Yeah.
You're never going to be perfect. Just be your best, dear. Do your best. Love God, love people. Do what you're supposed to do. So that's my lessons. Like one of my biggest lessons
Love
of the whole holding on to everything, trying so hard to be some kind of way with pressure that is really not existing. You're just like putting it on yourself. I think still learning a bit of it, but that would have been one of my lessons. That it's a fool's errand, man. You're never
Yeah.
going to get it done. You can't be perfect.
Love it.
Yeah.
So there's a meme that went around, and it was saying, I'm so mad at myself for thinking that I was fat like
Or
10 years ago.
when I was
Look
when
at
I
you
was-
now.
And you're like, the heck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Many years later, I realized I had a flat
You're
tummy.
like, wait, I was very skinny. In fact, compared to this, I looked sick.
Yeah.
But I think with the way we give into the world's or the people, or even just ourselves, the pressure to fit a particular size, a particular frame, you're always working for something
Some
more
perfection,
than living in the moment. You
Yeah.
want more. You're not even getting time to like stop, breathe, look in the mirror. This is the day the Lord has made. Okay, let us enjoy it with its rain, floods, what. Because later on, without you realizing it, actually sometimes does get worse.
Yeah. It
And
gets worse.
it is such a shame that then you look back, you're like, I wish I did better. And for me, I think the other lesson that is tied to that is pouring myself into every opportunity that I have to maybe work or serve with like my talent, the singing, the writing, the serving at camp, doing all these other things. For me, I think the thing that would keep me back was mostly because I was, I came off like I was very shy. I was very shy. And so I would not do things. I'd be like, no, And that means that I would either not do it at all, or because I was too proud to fail, I didn't do it again, or I would look around and compare myself with other people. So do less of that so that you don't come off as a failure, but you're like mediocre average there. So you're not bad, but you're also not very, very good. And I think for me, one of the lessons that I had that I take from those years is making sure that I pour myself into, and it also is like a daily reminder or a reminder that I have to give to myself every time I have the opportunity to do something, do it to my very, very best, and make sure that looking back, I will not regret not having given my all.
Yeah.
Or given it time, or the friendship, or the one I have reservations about is like relationships, like giving it my all, but the rest is.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I think that it is actually, I had written it down as my other lesson. Give work your best. I had specified work because I feel that I've learned the value of work between age 19 actually and where I am now. I really have learned the value of work. And I'm unashamed to say that I will give my all. I will give my all to work, to a piece of work given to, unless I don't want. But I will really give my all. And I'm not ashamed of that. I'm very proud of that. And it's a lesson I've picked because I'm now more convinced than ever that God sent me. God prepared good works for me from the beginning.
Yes.
And like, I am his representative on earth. I don't have the luxury to be lazy. I don't have the luxury to be known as someone with a bad work ethic and all of. Will I fail sometimes? Of course, of course, my friend. We're in the world, but like,
Yeah.
I won't take pride in it, even when I do. And when I realize that, oh, Paula, you're slacking, quickly pick yourself up. So
Yes. Yeah.
I've appreciated that you are representing Christ at your workplace. So give it your all. Give it your all.
Yeah. And you also, I think, have time, you have the energy, because as you grow, then your options increase in terms of you just do not have a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You have so many other things that you want to do or you get to do.
And now you wish you had.
Right. Like, done the very best then, but right now is your time to find out, start discovering, pour into the different things that you might be interested in, develop skills,
Yeah.
because you have the time now.
You do.
And after some time, you won't have time because you have like 3, not jobs, but like things that require you to be there. One might be a real job, and then the others are like gigs or whatever. And then you have to read, and then you have to work out, and then you have to rest, and then you have to do like you
Then
don't.
you have to go to the hospital because something is paining.
Period. Do you know? So like,
Yeah.
just use the time now because you do have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's not even talk about the people who have children. My
Listen.
friend. Then you have children.
Yeah. It is true.
Yeah.
So what have you learned about choosing your friends or being a friend in the season we're talking about 20s?
Boundaries has been my biggest lesson. Not everybody needs to have all of you. It's okay for you to love people. That's the principle. Love. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. So consider them and all of that. But when it comes to who's holding you accountable, who are you trusting with what information, who are you calling when you need help? But like, for me, my biggest lesson in terms of friendship has been not everybody has to have everything. It's okay to choose very carefully who you give what after they've stood the test of time. You know, because trust builds over time. It can't, because at a girls we have that thing. You meet and it's all vibes. Oh my god, what? Like, then we think, oh, we are besties until like that is tested and you realize, ooh,
We really are not.
really aren't. We are besties though.
Yes. Yes.
How about you?
What was the question?
What have you learned about friendship?
Be available. I find that I don't get it. I don't get it when people are like, I don't know if I can. That's me. I don't know if I can trust them. But then for my personal life, I'm like, who am I again? Like, if I don't let you in, am I the president that you're going to come and spy on me? Like, what data are you collecting? Even these online things, I'm like, okay, you collect, but I assure you, it won't be very helpful. I assure you. So I think for me is be authentic, be available, also give room to time to play out. Sometimes people will be there and you'll be like genuine friends for some time, and then after that,
the chapter is closed and it's okay.
Yeah, don't come and be like, Panang, what happened? Nothing happened. Okay, we just shifted seasons or lanes.
And that's perfectly
and
fine.
That is okay. Do you get? Don't be coming at me, making me explain. You did not make me explain when you are becoming my friend. Did you?
By the way, being Irene's friend is tough. I'm joking.
It's not.
Tough.
I'm the most chill friend you'll ever have.
She.
Yeah.
You will never need
I'm
to
just
check on
a
her.
chill girl.
I'm a Diana.
Is there a moment?
What have you learned about friendship?
Oh, wow. About friendships, I think it's, for me, what I learned was be as present as you can be.
Yeah.
Your friends. Like, again, I think every human being has a breaking point. Like, I will be present as much as I can be, but then also I will not be a rag. Like, know when
To wrap
time.
it up.
Yes.
Wrap it.
Know when it's time, but then of course don't make it time every single time you just face like a rough patch. I've realized we move on from people so quickly, and it's I find it very fake. Like, I mean, if people moved on from me as quickly as you moved on from them, would you be happy with it? So I'll be present, I'll be loyal, but I'll also know when
It's
time
time.
to check out
Yeah.
and listen to when it's time to check out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I go?
I was going to say my
Yeah.
other lesson. Is that connected to friendship?
No.
Okay. In between, let me read it the way I wrote it. Between stimuli and reaction, there is a pause.
Period.
Let me look at you. Between stimuli and reaction, there is a pause.
Yeah.
For real. You don't have
Make
to
sure
react.
there is a pause.
Make sure there is a pause. You don't have to react immediately to everything. And that is in the small things, obviously, of someone has made you angry. Seriously, you have the power. You have the power to take a pause and think about a suitable response. But then also the big things of you've gotten a job offer. You don't have to respond now. You actually don't have to. You can take some time to speaks to 22, 3, 4, 5-year-old self. You don't have to react immediately. You really don't have to take that job immediately. You don't have to make that decision immediately. You don't you can actually pause, think about the next, pray about it, and then make a decision.
Yeah.
True. You don't have to react to everything voluntarily. Like
Yeah,
in the
you
whole
just don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah. I think I'm curious about a moment when you surprised yourself. Like in that season, 20s, after when like reflecting, early 20s, or like tell me about a moment when you surprised yourself.
Yeah, I feel like I stopped surprising myself like 2 years ago. I'm not even kidding. That's when I stopped saying.
It can be in a good way as well.
It can be in a good way.
I don't think there were some good things, but I was
Yeah.
always like, I told you guys, I did like 5 businesses before my work.
Yeah.
All of those were out of stimuli.
Yeah.
My mom praised my juice twice. I made good
Then you
juice.
decided to make
The
this
third
for
time,
sale.
I said I'm making
Polar
money
juices.
from I started
I
selling
remember.
juice. Yeah,
I remember.
because my mom had praised it how many times?
Twice. Hello.
Then somebody said there was nice porridge in that supermarket opposite our workplace. And then we used to have these youth overnights. I said,
I can make porridge and sell it.
that supermarket closes
At
at 9.
9.
But like at 3, people like porridge. Buy porridge and sell. Like no plan, no profit over the money I made, I ate, and vice versa. Like that. Nothing. Like, and then maybe the only good thing is radio, because even that one was as spontaneous as, hey, I can talk.
but
Hey,
it's
you
such a
guys think
good
I'm
thing,
good.
though.
Hey, let's go.
That's a good thing.
Because in the process, then you discover what
you
you
actually
can
good
do
at.
and what you
Yeah.
cannot.
I guess it's also like a lesson now. Girl, I did. I sold porridge.
Can you make us porridge?
I got you. I don't know if I still have the skill, but I can do that. Anyway, no, I guess the lesson is just I also ended up making too many mistakes, hurting too many people. I got into relationships like that, by the way, of like vibes.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You get it, like, so the lesson is just it's okay
Yeah.
to think about a thing and pause and like make the decision slowly.
Yeah, but also isn't your 20s the time when you have
You can do all
you
that.
have
Experiment,
the
right?
space to make the mistakes, because
I guess
imagine now if
valid.
you're doing that now. Eh?
But
I'm on
I
that show.
think, yeah.
But
No.
I'll bring your juice after.
2 jerry cans, please.
No.
But I think
Or
one
even
thing
we
I
go.
appreciate is that you actually did things that most people in their 20s would be like, ew.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
But
true.
you
Oh,
didn't look at them
I
like
did
you
call
didn't-
mobile money.
You didn't undermine them, which is not common for kids these days. Like they'll really ask you, why do you hate me? If you tell them to
Yeah.
make juice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I think
That's
I think that's a good kind of quality. Like you would not look down on
Yeah.
work that maybe not seem
Yeah, that's true.
fancy.
I guess
Yeah.
there's a good side to it.
Yeah. But like I just to piggyback on yours, like doing whatever, maybe whatever comes to you to do.
Yeah.
I think many times,
Work.
sometimes we think, especially when we are younger, you'll be like, but aren't I better than this? Because now you're like, you know your worth, yes, but then you're also willing
have
to do
experience
much more
also.
things than before. Because before you had your ego, you had your pride. How will they see me do this? But I think that is the time you actually gotta do what you gotta do, you know,
Gotta do
like
what you gotta
do
do.
it. No one cares.
Yeah.
No one
Absolutely no one.
cares. Like you'll be the only one in your
You're your own competition.
pond, you know, suffering, and because you think you're too good to, I don't know, do things because just sharing, you know, the things that they had to do to go through school and all. And I think you're not in your 20s, you might feel like you're all that. But
Girl.
there's very, very, very few people that are actually looking at you and being, wow, she's all that. Everyone is minding their own business, you know,
Experience
and
is
trying to
such a
make
thing,
it,
yeah.
and trying to make it work. And so I think also, like the other thing is many times our ears are so much in the crowd, and what are they thinking? What are they saying? What will they say if I do this? And it's all in your head.
Yeah.
All in your head. If you get something to do it with all your heart,
your
like
heart.
Paula did, guys.
Aw.
Yeah, like she sold juice, porridge, airtime.
Mobile
Which is
money.
a good thing.
Can you
Mobile
believe what
money.
made me leave mobile money?
What? They saw
Some
your
days
phone.
some chick. No, some days some chick comes. She tells me, I'd like. I think I'm still convinced. She said airtime for 15K. I was like, mama. I start doing the transaction. Read your
15K.
number. 15. 15, 15.
Mhm.
But my friend, 15K in that time.
Was a lot.
For me,
Yes.
was some good money.
Hmm.
Read your number. She reads. I put. Then after, she was like, I'm not seeing the money. She was like, you've sent airtime. It was supposed to be a deposit. So I had to deposit for the 15K, and the 15K was a loss on my end.
Yeah.
The business owner used to pay me per week. So I thought he was going to take it off my
15.
week's
Yeah.
salary, and which week's salary was also already little. So I was like, I'm not the blind. I'm not the one for this one. Can you imagine? That's what made me leave. So it's I guess also like if I had planned it out and like had a plan for it, I'd know that, that's a mistake. We learn from it, we grow. But because it was vibes, I was like,
Hey, but you learned the lesson still. Don't deposit money instead of airtime and vice versa.
be careful when you're making transactions.
Yeah. I think so many times we'll be afraid of making mistakes.
It's okay.
It's okay. Imagine if you don't make mistakes in your 20s, when are you going to
When
make
are you
them?
going to make them? As a dad,
Imagine, like
Even
all
then,
that
you're
you
still making
guys,
mistakes.
the
Yeah,
money I
that's
have
true.
lost because of trusting people. Senga, you guys would be rich right now because
You're the reason
But
we're
you're
not
the
going to
reason.
buy.
Yeah.
they're the reason.
I'll be rich and telling you, pack your bags. We don't need a visa to Jamaica.
You're the reason we're not in.
Listen,
We're
you
not
guys.
on an island sipping on
Correct.
pina coladas.
Yeah,
You're the
but
reason.
again, we live, we learn. Sit down. Nope. Yeah.
Man.
Lesson.
No.
I have,
Yeah. Go.
my other one, you know how you said there's so many things you did, jumped into relationships you shouldn't have been in. I feel like for me, growing up, I was so closed off. Like I did not, I would tell you, I think there's very, very, very few people that actually knew me. Like I'd come to school, campus, whatever, even like at work. It's just, I'm a nice person, so I won't be rude. I don't call attention to myself, you know? And that means that I also didn't let people in much. And if I saw that they were starting to like get interested and all, I'd cut them off.
She cut you off.
No.
Do you not remember that experience?
I mean, like relationship wise.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
relationship
Oh,
wise.
please.
Mhm.
Aren't you here?
Hey.
No, but
Oh, okay. So
yeah. So that means that I didn't date, younger. But I feel like I should have. Yes. Not as chronically as you, because for you
Okay.
it was chronic. You are the problem. Okay?
I dated chronically.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, I
the
don't
acceptance
know.
for me.
Yeah,
it's
it's
true.
a good thing.
It's
Like,
very
I don't
true.
know where the balance is between just letting life happen and intentionally saying no, but also not doing it chronically.
Chronically, yeah.
Because it like lets you experience few things, learn a few lessons, things to do and not to do. Do you get? So sometimes I'll be feeling like, what will I? It's like I am.
You wish
in the
you had lived
monastery
a little.
school, Kali.
Oh, okay. I
Eh,
get that.
Yeah.
Kali, just to encourage you, there is not much on this side.
Mm-hmm. On which side?
Just free heartbreaks and
On the side of chronic
on this side of chronic dating. Just I actually have
chronic
moments. It's
dating.
funny that we are sitting on the same because I have moments of, and maybe Diana is a balance. I think so.
Is she?
How?
I think so. I think you didn't do chronic, but you also dated a bit. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
But there are moments I wished, not now, now I'm good, but there are moments I wished I had not dated at all.
Yeah.
Like so many moments I said, but now I didn't need to learn that lesson like that. I really
I could
did
have
not.
done it on a podcast.
I really could have listened to a podcast. Anyway,
So goes life.
Madonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think for me, the other thing I think when I think back to like early 20-year-old me, I think I'd be less afraid to do things. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
less afraid to take that step to do, maybe to like walk into that space. Because right, like in my head, I'd walk into those spaces, do those things. And then when I'd reach the door, I'd be like, no.
No.
Mm.
Go home.
No. So I think for me, it's okay. Fail. Like you said, I don't think it was really, like you said, some people do it out of pride. I think for me, it was like a genuine fear of no.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anyone in my like age group doing the same thing. What if I'd done more things, scary things? And the reason you're not in Dubai. That's all I can say.
It's all your
What?
fault.
Me, I tried.
Mm.
You're still not in Dubai.
tried.
You're still
You
not
really
in
tried.
Dubai.
You
Banage, by
really,
the
really
way, we
tried.
shall be in Dubai. And do an episode in Dubai. Read my lips. An
Banang.
episode in Dubai.
Will they give gifts?
It's just to make sure that
Calm
Just
down.
life is a
Calm down.
a
calm
process.
down. Yeah. Do you have any more lesson?
Many have been like I had work, and save, and ask for advice before investing and making financial decisions. That involves
Yeah.
a lot of money. And then do not date chronically, but give good guys a chance.
The thing about finances that I feel has stood out for me is a thing my friend shared with me not so long ago even.
Yeah.
But from when she shared with me, between then and now, my finances have greatly improved. And it was just the only money that is yours is money you save and invest.
Yeah.
That's the
Yes,
other
it's
one is
true.
for the salonist,
Yes.
is for the
Yeah,
nails
yeah.
person. So I couldn't be from when she told me, I was like, I cannot believe I'm that broke when you look at it like that.
Yeah.
Because the one you have is like going towards things and
Yes.
whatnot. And so for me, it made me a bit, not as much as I should be, but like just a bit more frugal. Just a bit more frugal.
Yeah.
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 Income stream is the other lesson.
Yeah.
It's never a bad idea to make money from different places,
Yeah.
different things. Also, it's not a bad thing to be looking out for how to make money. You're not evil, but
No.
when you just surrender the desire, obviously, to the Lord.
Yes.
But it's I've learned, honestly, if you have the ability and have the time to make money from different places,
Go for it. Yeah.
do it.
And on that note, we're going to do an episode on financial
Yes.
literacy.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. These were our lessons from our 20s.
What are
Feel free.
yours?
What are yours? Feel free to let us know. It would actually be really nice if this conversation continued in the comment section. We're going to be there saying, "What, me too."
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
happy to do that. A big thank you once again to Aspire Creative. They really have made this possible.
Always.
And may I say, guys, we have a new set.
Look at that.
I don't know how we didn't say it the previous episode,
Yeah.
but yes, we do have a new set, and all thanks to them. So give them your monies. They
Yeah.
can really, really help your brand out.
Branding.
Yeah,
Marketing.
branding.
PR.
Yeah. So
everything.
follow us on our social media platforms on Instagram. And I know that there's still people that watch these episodes and yet you haven't subscribed yet. Please
Do the thing.
subscribe and share with anyone who you might think might benefit from this episode. From us today.
After his heart.